Hey man, is there a specific Alien movie that you like? Oh, well, me personally, it's the movie Alien. You know, the Alien franchise, like the Alien Romulus or Aliens. Ah, interesting choice. I personally prefer the Predator franchise. Well, I'm pretty sure there's somewhere in the middle we can meet. Yeah, like the movie Alien vs. Predator and the movie Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Exactly. On to the toy review? Nah, chat, I think it's over. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your boy Joe, and today we'll be taking a look at the NECA Alien Xenomorph and the NECA Dog Alien. Now, as of this recording, the movie Alien Romulus just came out, and I loved it. One of the better Alien films in my opinion, but it's definitely not as good as the first one, or Aliens. Anyways, as putting this in a most spoiler-free way I can, the movie Alien Romulus is not bad. I just didn't like the ending part, for those who know. But hey, it is what it is, and I am reviewing the Alien figures from NECA. But if you guys don't know what Alien is, I'll give a brief summary. This is not going to be fun to edit. In deep space, the crew of the commercial starship Nostromo is awakened from their cryo-sleep capsules halfway through their journey home to investigate a distress call from an alien vessel. The terror begins when the crew encounters a nest of eggs inside the alien ship. An organism from inside an egg leaps out and attaches itself to one of the crew, causing him to fall into a coma. And you can guess the rest from there. Alien pops out of his chest, grows rapidly, kills most of the crew, one person survives with a cat. Easy. And that's pretty much the plot of the very first Alien. Speaking of the very first Alien, the painting and the sculpting on this figure is amazing. Taking a closer look at this figure, you can see that the intricate details on his overall skin, the glossy finish, making him look really like wet and slimy as he does in the movie. The nice silver looking on the teeth right there, as you can see. The little mouth on the inside, I'll get to that later. Taking a look, you can see all like the little finish with the I'd like to see it like a brownish green maybe, and then like the black obviously. And then we have a bendy wire tail, which is pretty neat, not having to get every single segment on a ball joint and just putting it on a little bendy wire. Pretty cool. Loving that. The hand details and capturing what the actor actually kind of looked like in the suit. Yes, it was a suit in the very first movie. Rest in peace to the actor. And yeah, overall this is a really great looking alien figure. I don't know if the camera's capturing right, since it's pretty tall. It's like 7 feet, I think. 7 feet. It's like 7 inches, I think. 7, 8 maybe. But yeah, let's stop talking about this figure and let's get to what he has to offer. When it comes to this figure's accessories, he has none. But that doesn't mean you can't get enough out of this guy. He just looks amazing, and I'm pretty sure looks might make up for the lack of accessories. And I think that's where it really works out in this case, where the overall glossiness. You can see like the paint strokes. I assume it's paint. I don't think they individually do they. I don't know if they individually paint every single one, but yeah, getting to the detailing, you can see like I don't know if the camera's capturing it right, but trust me, it looks really good. You can see like the little ridges on his head, the individual veinage. If you look closely, you can see the eyes right there. I don't know what this is. I think that's how I got it. I got this figure loose. You can see like the little eyes and the mouth right here pops out, and pretty accurate to the movie. They even got like the little detailing on the mouth, right? Let me see if I can capture, if I can get the camera to focus. It's focusing on the body. Come on, there you go. You can see like the little ridging on the mouth. If I can get the camera, come on, camera. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you guys saw it. see the little mouth on there. Would pop that back in. I don't know what these things on his back are. The little tubes. Can you let me know down in the comments if the tube, what the tubes are called. Getting to this tail, you can see that it looks like a spine, like a spinal cord. That's the cool thing about, he also has from the spine connected to the tail. Great detailing for a 1972 movie. I think it's 1972. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's also his little serrated edge on his tail. His little knife tail. It's pretty small. But it looks great, according to the movie. And in Alien Romulus, they captured that, not making it oversized like those Alien vs. Predator movies. But let's stop talking about how good this figure looks, and let's get to how good he poses. Starting off with his head, we got the ball joint, the head, make him look up pretty well. It's alright. He can look down that far. He can look left, right, not much because of these little things that are limiting it, which you gotta be careful with. They could break off if you're really not gentle with it. But his arm goes out that far. Swivel at the bicep, swivel at the shoulder. There is a single jointed elbow, allowing for a swivel pretty much. There is a swivel at the wrist and a hinge joint. Getting to his body is a ball joint at the midsection, allowing for a pretty good midsection swivel. Can arch his back that far, crunch about that far. His legs can spread that far. Tail, bendy wire, so not necessarily a joint. Double jointed knee. Single joint at the ankle, allowing for some decent pivot. And a toe bend. I guess you can see why I made this a double review. But this figure isn't bad. It's a nice, tall figure. Pretty great for its size. Great detailing. You can see like the intricate little insignificant details they didn't have to put, but they did. This figure gets a 7.5 out of 10 just for detail. Not much for articulation and accessories, but it's a great alien figure if you're just looking for a Xenomorph figure. Let's stop talking about how great this figure is, and let's get to his size comparisons. Here he is next to my previous review, the Marvel Legends Mark 7 Iron Man. Here he is next to the Figma Doomslayer. Here he is next to the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 6. And here he is next to Lightning McQueen. Overall, this is a great alien figure. Great Xenomorph, great overall look, gloss, finish, and all that. If you're looking for an alien figure, this is the way to go. Or just look for any other ones made by NECA, since they know what they're doing. Anyways, moving on to the next one, we have the NECA Dog Alien. Take a look at this figure. The painting on this sculpting is pretty good. Taking a better look, you can see the slightly metallic accents on his skin, and the overall glossy finish on him looks really great. And the ridges in his underneath the dome, and all these details they didn't have to add, but they did. It still looks really good. You can see it's more like a bronze instead of a brown on his the coloration. Instead of a like a greenish black, you have a brown, a bronze with such silent black accents, which really make this figure pop out. If you don't know, this figure is from the movie Alien 3, which I will give another summary right now. I just hate myself, don't I? The movie Alien 3 is a movie where Ellen Ripley is the only survivor when she crash lands on Fiorina 161, a bleak wasteland inhabited by former inmates of the planet's maximum security prison. Once again, Ripley must face skepticism and the alien as it hunts down the prisoners and the guards. Without weapons or modern technology of any kind, Ripley leads the men into a battle against the terrifying creature. And you could guess the rest from there. I'm gonna have to put some clips here and there, but hey, getting a look at this figure, I already spoke about most of it. Like the other figure, as previously seen, he has a bendy wire at the tail, which looks really good. You know, it really brings out the figure. And then we have this huge blade at the end of the tail here, which really looks great. It's, not that solid, but that's pretty much for the best, or else you can either break it off or it could definitely hurt someone, so it doesn't hurt at all. Look, it also has a swivel here. I will get to that later. Anyways, let's get to what this figure has to offer other than great detail. When it comes to this figure's accessories, he also has none. But that doesn't mean it can't be a great figure. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this figure. Like I've said, bronze, black, nice looking ridges on the detailing. You could tell whoever sculpted this really put a lot of time and thought into it. Either that or they just somehow downloaded a model of the alien and just tweaked it up into 3D. But, I think it was just, getting into like the intricate details. You see like the little ridges on the back right there. Little details that they didn't have to pay attention to, but they did. Like this spinal cord right here that really, looks like so good. Really makes it pop out, I'd say. Let's stop talking about how good this figure looks and let's get to it, how well he poses. Starting off, we have his figure. Starting off with his posability, he looks up that far. He can look down that far, which is actually a lot more than the previous alien. He can look all around. His mouth opens, revealing the tiny little mouth inside. It's kind of more loose than the other one, as in, it doesn't want to pop in all the time. Arm goes out that far. No swivel at the bicep, but there's a swivel at the elbow and a double jointed elbow. Hinge at the wrist, allowing for there to be a pretty good swivel. Midsection ball joint, allowing for there to be a pretty good midsection ball swivel. Pretty good range. Arch back. His back can arch that far. He can crunch that far. Leg goes all around. Really, there's no like limitation. Not much of a spread, due to these big old pieces right here. Swivel at the base of the tail. Double jointed knee. Single jointed here at the whatever this thing is, the femur. I don't know. And a hinge at the foot, allowing for a pretty good pivot. One funny thing I found about this figure is that you can extend his whole leg, and he's really tall. Yeah, it's like he's like really tall. He can't fit in frame, which is why it's best that I keep him in like a crouching position as he is in the movie. Overall, this figure isn't bad. I have him in like a more of a crouching position as he's seen in the movie most of the time. Overall, I think this is a pretty good figure. If you're looking for a dog alien, or maybe just an alien overall, that it can go on all fours mostly, is pretty good in detail, articulation, and sculpt. But let's stop talking about how good this figure looks overall, and let's get to his size comparison time. Here he is next to my last review, the Iron Man Mark 7. Here he is next to my last review, the Iron Man Mark 7. Figma Doomslayer, SH Figure Arts Mark 6, previous Xenomorph, and Lightning McQueen. My final thoughts on these two is that they're not bad. Great figures to add to your collection if you're looking for an alien collection, Xenomorph wise, or if you're interested in the Alien vs. Predator series, that's good too. But anyways, that is all the time I have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Look good, stay safe, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.